Hey, this is Daryl. Got my 1976 Triumph TR6 for sale here. I'm bringing a trailer. I'm going to do a quick walk around video of it. I have a few other videos and lots of pictures. Right off the bat, I'm not making any excuses whatsoever. The paint is absolutely terrible. Sheet metal, great shape, rust-free Texas car except for one spot on the rear apron that I have clearly detailed in the pictures. The paint on the car is unequivocally the worst I've ever seen. Let's get some of the worst spots here. You can see that there is no rust, especially in like these common spots here along the upper fenders. However, this right front here was hit at one point. There's some Bondo underneath the hood there. And down here, you can see the seam right here. I cut, this section here has some Bondo in it. I cut in the earlier style marker lights because I like them better, and I also like the bumperless look. I do have the original front bumper, you can see it in the pictures, but when I cut it in, I did find more Bondo up in here. There is a whole front apron that is included with the car, a brand new one, in addition to the inner fender that is crumpled on the inside, which I will show you in a second. But you can see that basically every panel, I can't say that any of the paint is original or not. I think most of the paint on the right side here is original. Who cares? It's in terrible shape. I've had the car for about 6 or 7 years now. Enjoyed the living hell out of it. It's fantastic. We put a ton of miles on it. Did a lot of like TSD rallies in it and a lot of scavenger hunt style rallies. Never felt the need to paint it other than the sheer embarrassment of seeing it like this after having put so much work and time into it. But anyway, it is what it is. The paint is bad, the body is great. I'll show you that rust spot under here. There's better pictures of it online, but you can see that spot in the apron, and there is a whole replacement rear apron included. You can either cut a small patch out of it to fix the rust if you want, or you can replace the whole apron. It's up to you. Interior, the interior is entirely new except for the steering wheel. Panel kit, carpets, the dashboard I made. I covered the black vinyl with matching vinyl for the seats. Seats of new foam and upholstery. Moved some of the stuff around on the dashboard. Probably a lot of the purists aren't going to like that, but it didn't make much sense to me to have the big hazard warning right front and center in front of the driver, so I moved the brake warning light there. Moved the hazard down here where it's kind of out of the way. Took the rheostat out, jumpered it, because it kind of inhibits the headlights anyway, and put that nice NOS clock in its place, which does work. Believe it or not, a working clock. The 8-track player does work. We'll see that when we go for a drive here in a minute. I added cruise control because I do a lot of long distance rallies, and honestly it gets a little tiring on the right foot not having it. So that does work too. We'll see that in the driving video here in a minute. Let me just pop the hood real quick. The hood is the worst paint on the whole car. Not that there is any good paint on the car, but the worst of it is on the hood. There's the engine, standard TR6 engine. The engine, I put new main bearings in, new thrust washers, new connecting rod bearings. Everything on the outside that you could ever imagine wearing out is replaced with new. Trying to think what else I need to tell you. The big thing I got to show you is the front inner fender. And again, I do have a complete NOS British Leyland inner fender included with the car, but I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see this or not. The fender was hit. The car was hit somewhere in this front fender. You can see where it's a little wrinkled in here. So I've got this entire fender piece here, which you can see in the pictures, brand new NOS. And then I'll show you, I didn't know if you noticed when I did the walk around earlier, but we'll go ahead and close this. Whoop, maybe I should get that off my phone. Don't do that. see where that's as far down as I could get the fender to adjust this gap here. So I want to be very, very clear about that. Tires are fairly new. I bought them when I got the car. They've got maybe 10,000 miles on them, lots of tread left. So they're about 6 years old maybe. You can see it's got all the original panel gaps here. Not panel gaps, the shut lines, the inner fenders, and you're not going to be able to see anything with a GoPro. But you can see that there is not, and nor has there ever been inside any of these fender wells. The suspension mounts and the T-shirt on the frame are in equally good shape. They are 100% solid. So we'll show you around in here. There is undercoating. There was undercoating on the car when I got it, and then I reapplied the undercoating. Please do not say when you look at my underbody pictures that I am trying to hide something because I undercoated the car. That's a misnomer. I'm sorry, if you're driving around with bare metal underneath your car, which every single one of these has after 40 or 50 years, you're doing something wrong, not me. So the first thing I did was I got the car up as high as I could and I undercoated the whole thing underneath. Got all under here. I think maybe one of the reasons that the car was so well preserved to begin with is it had one of those professional, drill into all the cavities undercoating regimens applied when it was new. There's the JCPenney rust proofing sticker underneath the boot lid that you can see. Sorry about the luggage rack. I know they are highly divisive, but you know what? In a car with this little storage space, when the wife and I are going to take it to do a 3-day rally, I need some place to put my tools and spare parts and luggage and all that jazz. You can see some pictures in the gallery of it actually getting used. It's there for a reason. I need it. Feel free to take it off. You got to paint the car anyway. If you want to take it off, you can fill the holes. That's about all I got for now. We're going to go and throw some gas in this girl and take her for a ride. Alright, so we're driving our TR6 now. I just want to show you guys how some of the stuff works on the car. Obviously all the gauges work. I want to make sure that everything in here works. You're not going to be able to hear it, but the fan works. No issues there. Wipers. The washers would work if I had fluid in it right now, which I don't think I do. And also I don't feel like spraying it all over. What else we're going to do is I'm going to show you the cruise control. And well, that's really about it. It's kind of a simple car. We'll put some tunes in. Alright, so we're going to get on the highway now. Cruise control works just like any other. Turn it on, light comes on. I just got to get to where I can use it. Alright, so we're doing about 60. Set the cruise. And it's working. Have the same buttons you would in a normal cruise. Accelerate. We're speeding up now. Cancels when you hit the brake, so it's off now. Speedometer is accurate. No issues, cruising all day at 70. I often do it on long distance rallies. That was why I put the cruise control in the first place.